It was wild. Like, seriously, I don't know how, but she managed to get up on top of the scaffolds. She then takes off from it, leaps downward towards... Yo, what up, Finster? It's Lennester. So, guys, I know I told you about how Beneeka was able to get the Nintendo Switch back from that dude who tried to steal it from our booth at Comic-Con. And people start turning their heads, cosplayers are freezing mid-photo pose, Deadpool dropped his chimichanga, and some dude in Master Chief suit just straight up ran for cover like he was in a cutscene. Like, from what I could see, it looked like a bunch of Naruto cosplayers got into a real-life ninja beef near the Funimation booth. I don't know. I was just trying to figure out what was happening when I noticed our Switch, the same Nintendo Switch that we put on display to try and sell off, was missing. I blinked. I turned around. Switch gone. And out of the corner of my eye, I see this sketchy dude trying to make a break for it. He's got the Switch in one hand, a lanyard in the other. Like, my man just did an IRL extraction. I've never seen anything like it. But then, Beneeka, with no hesitation, no words, she just leaps over the table like it's a WWE match, grabs the dude by his hoodie mid-sprint. Dude stumbles, Switch flies into the air. I swear it did a 360 spin like it was in slow motion. She catches it in one hand like a damn movie scene. Okay, real talk, she kind of stumbled and that shit hit the floor, but still. And I'm just standing there holding a Magic the Gathering flyer like, did she just neutralize a thief while in cosplay? What the heck is going on? But I want to give you a bit more context so you can actually see how exactly that shit went down, because it was wild. Like, seriously, I don't know how, but she managed to get up on top of the scaffolds. She then takes off from it, leaps downward towards it. The guy sees it coming, but at breakneck speed, she lands right on top of him. And we both know by that point it was too late. He was deep fried! And she was all like, so you literally thought you can get away with stealing from our booth? Look, you got me, okay? I'm totally sorry. You can have it back. What are you doing? I said you could have it back. Yeah, bro was cooked. Then Fedora Guy makes the biggest fatal mistake. Yo, what up, Friendster? It's Lennester, and guys, I have a story for you that still lives rent-free in my brain. This was the day my GameStop manager Beneeka completely snapped on a rude customer, and wait for it, launched his PS4 back at him like he was auditioning for the next Avengers movie. That shit was insane. And here's what happened. Like, I was just trying to clock in, do my thing, and get out of there, but no, fate had other plans, bro. Alright, so boom. This happened back when I was working at Gamestop, aka the mental asylum for customer sanity. Like, people would walk in with the most respect and decency, and under 10 seconds flat would snap and act like you were trying to kill their whole family and just turn on you and start raging out, bro. It was insane. It was a whirlwind to work in, and there's so many stories behind it. Like, I don't know. But luckily, I had my manager Beneeka, who was super smart, super chill, could defuse a bomb of a customer just raging out in 10 seconds flat, but was also an instigator. Like, she could literally probably make two priests fight each other. Like, I don't know what it was with this girl. She was just a master of wordplay when it came to that. Alright, so it's just a regular Tuesday, and I'm just there handling customers, and I'm mentally preparing to explain to this dude for the 400th time why we can't give you $200 for a used Xbox 360 wrapped in duct tape. Yeah, bro, sometimes you'd get the weirdest people that would just walk in. Like this guy. And for the sake of this story, we're just gonna call him Fedora. Fedora storms in, acting like he just got turned down by a baddie and he's gonna take it out on us. But like I said, at this point, I'm a pro. Kinda, somewhat, I don't know. But he comes walking towards us, holding a crusty, ancient PS4, like it owed him money. He then slams the PS4 on the counter, like he's playing dominoes or some shit. Like, bro, I kid you not, he just went boom, and it shook the entire desk. And then this bro has the audacity to say, y'all sold me this broken trash last week and I want my money back now! Bro, the second he said that, I already knew what type of timing it was about to be on. I already knew what was about to go down. But still, I'm a somewhat sort of not really professional, so here's how I handled it. Hi there, sir. First of all, this PS4 like has been through the Great Ninja War in Naruto Shippuden. It's got Dorito dust in the USB port, something sticky on the bottom. Why is it always sticky? Like, what the fuck? And the power button is just gone. Like, bro, there was no like, you can't turn this shit on. Now, by this point, Fedora starts tweaking. Not like out the gate straight up tweaking, but you can tell he has the ball to fizz. He's like getting all like grunty. And at this point, this is when my lovely manager Beneeka walks in. And if you think he had trouble dealing with me, imagine how a guy with this personality acts when dealing with a woman manager. Beneeka walks in, hi there, with their customer service tone, bro. I swear, it always made me laugh. Then she looks at the PS4. looks at Kevin and goes, well, did you try turning it on? Bro, I lost my mind. I had to fight not to laugh. That shit was insane. I'm like, what? What do you mean? And that was it. That was it. Fedora guy starts losing it. He starts ranting about how we sold him a shitty PS4 and he wants his money back, about how she's an incompetent manager, about how she even get her position, about this and that, about women, this is about equality, blah, 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 blah. Shit that had nothing to do with this piece of crap Xbox, or I mean piece of crap PS4. Bro, it was nuts. And like he was just going on and on like, bro, this is a GameStop. It's not the Supreme Court. I don't know what you're trying to fight for so hard over here. Now, at this point, a small crowd, let's say like 3 or 4 people or so, are starting to form. There's a grandma buying a Pokemon game for her grandson, I believe. I remember that. And she's just standing there, like just standing there watching the whole thing like she's watching a UFC fight go down. Fedora's volume keeps rising. Like bro is like, he's lost it, man. He's tweaking at this point. But Beneeka, silent. During the whole commotion, she just stopped saying a word. Her eyes are locked on Fedora guy like a hawk, bro. But she doesn't say a thing. Then Fedora guy makes the biggest fatal mistake. He shoves the PS4 across the counter at Beneeka and says, fix it or give me a new one. Like, bro, he just shoved it right into her hands. Like, it was so weird. Oh, man. I was about to be like, yo, what the fuck? But then I kid you not, Beneeka picks up the PS4, spins it like a discus at the fucking Olympics, and chucks it right back across the counter at Fedora guy. Like she's in Retail Fight Club or some shit. It slides off the counter, hits the floor with a thud, and she goes, there, fixed it. This bitch is cold. I loved her. Oh my god. Like I gasped so hard, I almost inhaled my lanyard. Now Fedora guy, redder than a raging tomato, screams, I'm calling corporate, and storms out without the PS4. Like he straight up left it like it was cursed. They always leave their console, game, or whatever when they're mad. I don't know. That's always a thing. And Beneeka, the goddess that she was, she didn't even flinch. She just turns to me and goes, lunch? Like, this is more insane than the time we dealt with the stalker issue. This is more insane than the time where the girl tried to sell us hentai games and we have to tell her no, but she didn't want to take them back. Like, I don't know. Beneeka was just built different that day, and I was loving it. Like, the grandma gives her a fist bump. I'm not even kidding. She said, and I quote, that was better than Judge Judy. We ended up putting a do not serve sticky note on Kevin's old PS4 and used it as a paperweight. Bro, everything that day was coming up roses. I don't know what it was. I just loved it. And even our district manager, Mr. Minetti, made us throw it out. Rest in peace, PS4 wrapped in duct tape that was obviously abused. You were a real one. Except, I don't grab the box. I don't even grab the shelf. I grab boob. Full palm. Contact. Yo, what up, Brinster? It's Lennester. So, today, I'm gonna tell you how I almost got fired from GameStop because I accidentally copped a feel on my manager's boob. No, I'm not proud of it. Yes, this is real. And no, I don't know how I still had a job after this. Bro, I was just lucky. Now, out of all the craziness that's ever happened at GameStop, and I mean a lot of craziness has happened in the 4 years I was working there, this is probably, I want to say it's probably up there in like the top 10 craziest things because A, it happened in front of a bunch of people. B, I was very new-ish at the time, still getting used to a lot of the ropes of the job. And C, we were so heavily understaffed at our GameStop. Like, bro, let me just explain the magnitude of the situation. There would be times where you would be completely slammed to have a bunch of people there and whatnot, and it'd only be like you, one other person, and God on your side. Like, it was nuts. So, like, holy crap. So you just have to, like, endure it as best you can for as long as you can until you go on break, until you go on shift, until you get relieved by somebody else coming to, like, you know, relieve you of your shift. Only thing is, that would take, like, a brick to happen. So, bro, you were on your own for a hot minute. And that was the craziest thing about it. But there's a lot more that went on with this job. Bro, I was just lucky. I mean, maybe it has to do with the sheer fact that we were disgustingly understaffed, but I just want to believe that I was just lucky. So let me take you back to my GameStop era. It was 2017. The Nintendo Switch had just dropped. We had around 85,000 pre-orders and like roughly like half that in stock of consoles. The gamers were acting all feral. Children were crying. Grown men were threatening to fight me over some Breath of the Wild nonsense. It was a time that I low-key kind of miss. I don't know. And there I was, minimum wage, still trying to figure out how fast can I find a new job in this economic climate, but still ultimately putting up with the same BS regardless. But at this point in time, me and my manager, Beneeka, who, if you don't know, literally check out the backlog, like there's a ton of videos about her, she was super chill. Everybody loved her. Her energy was getting us through this chaotic time. And she had this crazy boss energy, if you hadn't known about her. Like, she could call you chief and make it sound like a death sentence. I don't know why. I respected her deeply, but slightly feared her at the same time. But not really. It was a weird era for me. Anyway, like I said, I just do my best to try and be a model employee. I would come on time. I was overly enthusiastic, and I'd drink more energy drinks during that time in my life than any other period. Now, I know I harp a lot on my experience with Gamestop, only because it was really crazy, like, to be honest, like, super crazy. A lot of weird shit. Some of the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life at any job has happened there. And I've worked at game studios, I worked in animation studios, and etc. But something about that store, man, or maybe that store location, had some of the craziest shit ever pop up right there. But this incident, I swear I was trying to be insane. I swear I did not mean to do what I did in this incident. I promise you, I did not mean to do what I did. So anyway, it was a Saturday, which if you ever worked retail, you would know this is the day when God turns off the difficulty settings and switches everything into max chaos mode. I don't know what it was with people on this damn day. They would just crash out. We were slammed. A wall of customers, phones ringing, kids crying. One dude was literally trying to return a copy of NBA 2K on the grounds that LeBron James looked at him funny. So I'm in the back doing my best impression of a raccoon in a warehouse trying to carry this massive box of used PS4 trade-ins. I'm talking like 60 pounds of dusty consoles, mystery Cheeto stains, and a lingering scent of Axe body spray. I don't know why they always thought that shit would work. It never did. Now, I don't know what it was with that day, but bro, it was only like 2 of us at a time. It was weird. So it was just me, Beneeka, and we were just trying to get through all these people and their pre-orders, all these people and their trade-ins and everything else going on. Now, I'm carrying these boxes out, right? And I can barely see over everything. But I'm trying to get to the counter like a hero. Or like a damn retail Hercules. I don't even know, man. And I'm rushing because I left some dude low-key hanging at the register. Beneeka is bent over restocking the shelf below the register, and I'm not looking. I can't see. All I know is that the box is slipping and I reach out with my left hand to stop it from falling. Except I don't grab the box. I don't even grab the shelf. I grab full palm contact. Like a quick time event, I just failed that in real life. I didn't even squeeze. I just placed my hand on her titty like I was giving it a blessing. I don't know. And for one horrifying second, we both froze. Like a screenshot. Like a paused anime fight. The world stopped spinning. Halo music played faintly in the background. And I just yelped. Like, I not even screamed, bro. I yelped like a small dog who stepped on a Lego. I dropped the box. It made a sound like Thor falling down the stairs. And Beneeka slowly stands up, turns to me, and just says, "Did you just grab my boob?" Yo, enjoying the video so far? What if I told you there's an altered version? A true version of my work. A place packed with exclusive character art, animation, gifts, and more. You can even check out my new Sisters of Battle series, plus other games parodies I'm working on, and all other type of fire content. But it doesn't reside here, brother. It's only on my Patreon. With your help, I can create even more animations, cartoons, and awesome projects for you to enjoy. Bro, every little bit helps, and you'll get to see all the behind-the-scenes action. So what are you waiting for, brother? Support your boy. And the customer who I was gonna help is now leaning on the counter, staring at me, just going, "Oh, screw this is better than watching Game of Thrones." Now, let me tell you about fight or flight. There's also a third option. Malfunction. I glitched. I like blue screened. All I could say was, it was an accident. I didn't mean, I was trying to save the box. I mean, I didn't mean to, like, your chest, it was just in the way, but I didn't mean to, like, grab it like that. It came onto me. No, not like that. Like, it didn't come onto, oh my god, please, just make me stop. And Beneeka's just there blinking at me. Bro, I genuinely thought I was gonna be walked out in handcuffs or some shit. Like, it felt so weird. But then she laughed. Like, she just genuinely laughed. Bro, thank God she laughed, man, because I could not right now. And she was the one who was like, "Dude, relax. You look like you're about to crash out and cry." Bro, no shit. Like, yo, I had no idea what was going to be going on. But, luckily, things went a lot smoother than I was already thinking in my overthinking, anxiety-induced brain. Like, yo, I think I literally blacked out from, like, relief. She told me to go take 5 and come back when I wasn't vibrating like a phone on silent mode. Not gonna lie, bro, I mad needed that break, yo. I was doing the job of 4 people because we were slammed and heavily understaffed, like I already mentioned. And funnily enough, we never talked about it again for the rest of the day. Thank goodness, because, bro, I could not deal at that point. Except, at the end of the day, she's like, "Hey, tomorrow you're gonna be working with Summer. Try not to grope her during your shift as well if you can." Bro, you know what? Solid advice that lives rent-free in my head, and it's very trauma-inducing. Now, bro, let my fumble be a lesson to you all. Never carry a box you can't see over. Like, just don't, bro. First of all, it's not safe. Secondly, bro, you don't know if your manager's chill like mine. and keep your hands to yourself even when a PS4 is falling. Let it fall. Actually, you know what? Don't. Just grab a titty. It's okay. But like, if it's your PS4 or a boob, bro, grab the boob, save the PS4. I'm just saying. What happens to you after is on you. That's all. That's it. That's all I can advise. Also, if you thought this was insane, wait till you hear about the time when we had to actually go to a video game convention to sell products for our company. And I was her +1. Yo, what up, Friendster? It's Lennester. Thanks for checking out the video. Guys, just quickly letting you all know that I'm also working on a couple of other stuff as well. Sorry for the delay in story times. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, bro. They take a brick to get done, and I've been having fun with other stuff and experimenting and whatnot. So yeah, bear with me on that. Overall, man, just expect some more stuff coming down the pipe. I got a bunch of stuff coming for Patreon as well. Just didn't get to finish, but I'm working on that like super fast as well, and hopefully we'll have that out this week. Guys, you know the drill, man. Do me a huge favor. Take care of yourselves. Give the video a like. Make sure to subscribe. All that cool jazz. Oh, and also, another quick note is be sure to check out the second channel. I'm uploading there every day on Lennester EXP. We got a bunch of reactions, a bunch of fun gaming stuff. I'm trying to see what I can actually get away with on there because there's some actually really funny, spicy H games, but I'm not too sure if I can actually upload them on there. But yeah, we're gonna see. And if not, if anything, I'll actually be also adding that to the Patreon for as well, for like, you know, like mature like let's plays. It's gonna be really funny, gonna be really crazy, because holy crap, there's stuff on there that not even I expected to see there. So as always, guys, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that cool jazz. Do me a huge favor, take care of yourselves as always, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. Alright, man, I'm gone. Bye. Alright, so picture this. You're working at Gamestop. It's just a regular slow Tuesday. Nobody's buying games. Nobody's trading in games. Just me and my manager, Beneeka, hanging around. She's behind the counter, sipping on this big old boba tea. Like, you know, just a chill Tuesday. It happens. And everything was fine, honestly. Until he walked in. So this guy comes in, right? Just some regular dude. Cargo shorts, backwards hat type of energy. But I'm not finna draw all that. It's someone who smells faintly like Monster energy drink and low-key disappointment, I'm not gonna lie to you. He walks in, pretends to look at some Funko Pops for like 2 seconds, but then I notice something. He gets closer to the counter and this man is just staring. Like, not just oops, glance too long staring. No, that would be way too easy. This was the I just discovered the 4K setting on my eyeballs type of staring. Like, it was next level. And what was he staring at? Well, Beneeka, honestly. Or more specifically, her boba tea. Okay, actually, scratch that. Bro was just staring at her boba. He was staring at her boobs, bro. Like, what else would I say? And the funniest thing about it, my manager's just there chilling, sipping her drink with the straw, completely unbothered. Meanwhile, this dude's eyes are locked in. Like he's just trying to solve some math equation. I don't know. I swear he wasn't even blinking anymore. I'm watching this in real time like it's some type of anime filler episode or something. I don't have no idea. Like, he didn't even know that I'm looking at him while he's just staring at a rack. And I'm waiting for him to just say, hi, can I get a copy of Call of Duty or something? Anything. This man, this part was insane. He just takes a deep breath and he goes, nice boob. Wait, excuse me? Bro skipped the side quest, skipped the main quest, just went straight for the final boss dialogue option. Like, he just said it out of nowhere. And Beneeka kind of just chokes back on her drink. I'm kind of there in suspended animation. And he's just kind of there, like, deviously sweating, looking clammy, but like low-key feeling accomplished about what he just said. Then Beneeka's like, excuse me, what did you just say? And then without even waiting for a proper response, this dude books it. Full sprint out of the store. Like, we're talking Olympic track star, Naruto run, Sonic speed. He's just gone. He's out of there. Like, I literally never seen anybody move that fast out of this building. Especially with our clientele. If you know, you know. And I just kind of stood there. Like, what did I even witness? Beneeka's still holding her drink like she just got jump scared. She then turns to me and goes, did that really just happen? And all I could say was, yeah, but at least he was honest. Yo, what up, Friendster? It's Lennester. Guys, be sure to check out the more spicier edits on Patreon. And a huge shout out to all our followers there. I'm not gonna lie, y'all are literally the lifeblood of this channel. And with that being said, I'll be back next week working on a much longer video. Alright guys, take care. See ya! And I immediately had to stop in my tracks, bro, because I looked down at the bag, and I kid you not, it was actually full of... Honestly, bro, working at Gamestop was tough as surviving the salty spittoon. I don't know why so many people think it's easy when in actuality it's no different than any other retail job. And in a lot of ways, it's actually worse. Like, people honestly think it's like... Hey, you two cool cats. Once you're done your epic video game pool party, you can watch me and Chun-Li rub lotion on each other. Yo! Yeah! Yeah, that was never the case. Like I said, a lot of the time it was just like any other retail job that you would do mundanely in order to receive a paycheck at the end of the 2 weeks. Not much flair, not much razzle. Like, it wasn't fun. It didn't flat out suck, but it most definitely was not no super rainbow happy mushroom kingdom fun time. Actually, at one point I low-key got PTSD over it and would feel mental dread before going inside a GameStop. Like, trust me bro, that was no kid crying inside the store that the last copy of Minecraft Legends was sold out. That was me. I was not okay mentally. I was beyond tired and way past exhausted. And in all honesty, you want to know what really ran my mental battery low? Like I'm talking, this is what always dropped it to E. It was the customers.
There's 10-year-olds running around the store going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this is the best game ever. Mommy, can I have this? Can I have this? No, I want this one, no.
Yep,
oh my god.
It would be exactly like that. No, this guy's literally me. Oh my gosh, no, bro's literally my spirit animal. Like, his pain is honestly my pain. Freaking GameStop, man. It was exhausting to say the least. Between dealing with hyper toddlers and crazy Karens, I still marvel at the fact that I was there for literally 3 years. Like, I was also dealing with a lot of people trying to sell me the craziest stuff. Sometimes it wasn't even a game. A dude literally came in trying to sell me the Master Sword replica. Not gonna lie, I really want to take it, but my manager's being so freaking annoying about it. Like, no, let me just have it. I need it more than you do, Len. It's against company policy. I need it. No, you don't. You're just a dude. That's coming out of your pay. By which I mean your entire paycheck. So one day I showed up for a 10-hour clothing shift, and this was during my earlier days working at the shop. And as I said earlier, we'd often get a ton of crazy things coming into our store, but this one took the cake. Like, literally, the entire cake. So in comes this girl, and she has a Walmart bag full of games, and she's like, yeah, I want to sell all of these and see what I can get for them. And I was like, sure, let me just check out what you have. And I immediately had to stop in my tracks. Bro, I looked down into the bag, and I kid you not, it was full of eroge, not safe for work. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, eroge is in fact erotic visual novel game. So basically, just imagine your typical visual novel game, but, you know, it's got a little more spice to it. Like, you know what I mean? It's got a little bit more kick to it. Yeah, just not safe for work. So there I am, looking down at the bag, and Beneeka's beside me, but she's at the edge of the register, so she can't really see what's in the bag. And I look up at the girl, and she just has a look of embarrassment, but I swear to you, she also has the look of, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? Is he actually gonna take him? Like, bro, what is this job? Sometimes I think I'm working at a raunchy pawn shop. Ma'am, I honestly don't think that I can... And before I could even usher out a full sentence, she's like, remember, these are still technically games, so you have to at least scan them and see if they can still be traded or sold. Is that not your store's policy? Yeah, but I'm sorry, what? Was the policy not clear? I felt stuck. I felt like she had me in a crazy surefire stalemate. I honestly had no choice. I reach into the bag and I pull out game after game, each one having a crazier cover than the last. Like, it was some really raunchy stuff. Beneeka finally takes notice of what's going on at my register. She then rushes over to me, puts her hands on the games to make sure that nobody else in the store could see what was actually going on.
Are you crazy? We don't sell hentai games, you know that.
Yeah, but
they're technically games, so you have to take them.
Yeah, she was saying that. No, we don't. We don't take porn. Not gonna lie to you, man. She said that hella loud. Like a good chunk of the people heard that in the store. But if anything, Beneeka always had a knack for standing on business. So then the girl says, can I at least get something for everything in this bag? I don't want to take this home with me. No. Not even store credit? Store credit for what? Hell no. Well, I'm not taking them home with me. And I kid you not, this girl just dumps the bag on the counter and walks away. I'm just there thinking to myself, what the hell? Is this normal? Do people try and sell like porn games at GameStop and I just didn't know about it till now? So then Beneeka tears into me. She was like, Len, you know we can't take 18 plus games. Where would we even put them? Shoot, how would we even try and sell them? That wasn't a rhetorical question. I need an actual answer. I don't know. I was thinking probably that shelf over there, maybe, kind of. That shelf over... You wanted to put hentai next to the Nintendo shelf? The shelf where mostly kids go to? Not directly like beside the shelf, but like on the top shelf. You know, like no kid would be reaching up there. Like, it's like the top shelf. Why do you keep staring at me like that? I'm talking about the top shelf. I said the top. Yeah, that actually put me on probation.